Hey everybody, Pam with Normalized Cloth. Today is day 5 of the Flats and Hand Washing Challenge, and today we're going to talk about wash routine. So whenever I bring up hand washing, a lot of people are just like, because hand washing can be really intimidating, but it's really not as hard as you think. It can pose its challenges, especially if you're accustomed to machine washing. Actually, hand washing, the act of doing it and everything, is relatively simple. You really only need your hands, some detergent, and some water, and something to hold the water. And a bathtub is suitable, as well as a bucket or whatever you want to use. But that's all you really need. And generally, how you hand wash diapers specifically is you want to do some sort of like a pre-rinse. So you want to get the diapers agitated in some water just to get a lot of the urine and the stool particles and things off of the diapers and get that eliminated so that the detergent can work best. And then you do kind of like a main wash. So then you're adding your detergent, you're agitating the diapers, you're letting that detergent penetrate the diapers and actually clean them. And then you need to do some sort of rinse. Personally, for me, having hand washed before, and even when that was a new concept to me when I began cloth diapering, for me, the hardest part was finding the time to do it. Now, if you're washing, like, say, 8 to 10 diapers at a time, for me, it only takes about 12 minutes flat. Any more than that usually adds several minutes of wash time because they need to be agitated more, and of course, there's more to wring out and all that sort of stuff. And to me, that is the most challenging part, is finding the time to do it. Even though it would probably save me time to wash all of the day's diapers in one go, I still actually prefer to break it up into 2 wash sessions, once in the morning and again in the afternoon. And the reason is because it requires less effort. It's much easier for me to clean 8 to 10 diapers than it is for me to clean 17 diapers all at once. And it also ensures that I have plenty of dry time in case the weather is inclement or I get busy, and I want to make sure I have plenty of diapers at all times. Back when I began cloth diapering, though, I only washed once a day, and I did do it in the evening. It was wintertime. I hung in my basement. With the heat on, it was just blasting warm, dry air against the diapers. It was almost like a dryer effect. So the way I wash diapers is with a bucket and plunger method. So that involves using a 5-gallon bucket. Mine's a little over 5 gallon. Mine's actually an ale pail. But a 5-gallon bucket and a plunger in which you agitate the diapers with. So for me, actually, my bucket is my diaper pail. So I just toss the dirty diapers right into that bucket. And when I have somewhere between 8 and 10 diapers, I put it in the tub, I fill it up with some cool water, and I agitate it to get the bulk of the nast out of it. And I only plunge it maybe 25 times. So I'll take them out one by one. I will inspect them to make sure they're clean. If they're not quite clean, I might scrub the material against itself. I now have a small little hand washboard, which I love that thing. I'll just rub that against the washboard and dunk it in the water a little bit more, give it a quick squeeze, and toss it into the tub outside of the bucket. And then I go dump that water right down the commode. I don't even bother with trying to put that in my tub. Bleh. After that, I put the bucket back into the tub and I set the water all the way to hot. I add just a squeeze of detergent. Quick squeeze is about a half tablespoon, and a slightly longer squeeze is approximately a tablespoon. And I kind of gauge it based on how dirty the diapers are. So if I have like 1 to 2 poopy diapers, I'll just kind of a quick squeeze. If there was just a whole bunch of poop, I definitely do a little bit longer of a squeeze and go more towards the 1 tablespoon mark, because that does make a difference in getting them clean. So once I get the detergent in there and get that all swished in, I throw the diapers back in one by one. I make sure they're opened up completely and not still pad folded or anything, so that they wash really well. Once the bucket is, to the amount of water that makes it kind of soupy, I switch the water over to cool. I pull up the stopper on the tub and I begin to agitate the diapers while the tub fills with cold water. Now, I find that 2 to 3 rinses is a really good number if you're using the bucket and plunger method. But what dawned on me was that I could save a whole heck of a lot of time if, instead of doing the wash and then draining that and filling the bucket and plunging it and draining that and filling the bucket and plunging, and I found it was quicker to just put that amount of water right into the tub in the first place, and the tub could fill literally while I was washing the diapers. So I would agitate the diapers probably about 100 times. 100 is usually more than plenty. Once that's done, I wring the diapers out one by one and drop them right into the tub. I don't strain myself, but I definitely give it a good squeeze to make sure a lot of that detergent water is out of it, because that's going to make rinsing a lot more effective. And then I just start plunging at the diapers. All I'm really doing is plunging each diaper maybe 3 or 4 times just to get the fresh water to penetrate through the diaper. Once I do that, that's it. So I drain the tub and I wring out the diapers. I give the covers a squeeze, but you don't wring those. Like, it's not really good for elastics. You don't want to wring your covers, but you do want to wring the flats. And I find folding them in half repeatedly until they're short and small enables me to just give it a quick twist, yank, and it is as wringed out as it needs to be to dry effectively on a line. And then I thought of something that I didn't think of last year that I'm kind of kicking myself for not thinking of before. I thought, you know, like some of my wipes I use as boosters for diapers, but most of the time I store them wet, ready to use, because I don't have that many, so I just store them wet because they get used before they get a chance to mildew anyhow. And I thought, why am I drying these when I'm just gonna re-wet them? The wipes that I use as actual wipes, I just fold in half and put onto the bottom of the stack in the bedroom. And the wipes that are going to be used as doublers or were used as some sort of boost for Juju's overnight diaper, I actually do line dry those. After that, all that's left is to just hang them to dry. I have my little laundry rack I keep on the porch just because I don't feel like going downstairs and using the line in the basement. Now, if I wanted, but I haven't been doing it, but I have done it before, you can salvage the rinse water for your pre-wash next time to save water. But I haven't been bothering with that. The main reason I don't like to store diapers wet is because I have a very ornery 1-year-old, and he would be that child that drowns in the bucket. He would find it. Believe me, he would find it. Part of me wishes I could hop back in time to when I began cloth diapering and was hand washing the first time to tell myself, you know, just fill the tub up while you wash diapers. My water pressure is not the greatest. Filling the tub while I'm washing the diapers in the bucket not only saves me time because the water is already filling while I'm actively washing, but using all that water all at once means one rinse. Works really well. It saves me a bunch of time. Now, I have used a laundromat once before. There's a reason I've only used it once before. That was a nightmare. I had gone there. It cost me half my soul to wash the diapers. I had to stand around and wait all day because it needed 2 full wash cycles, and then even then they were questionably clean. I was unfamiliar with the machines, and in the time it would have taken me just to drive to the laundromat, I can do it in my tub for free. You know, for the cost of detergent. How much is detergent? A couple cents per wash. Watch my previous videos because I do the math on that, and I talk about detergent costs comparing. It's my comparing hand washing and machine washing video. And if you want to see that, I'll throw the link in the description box. If you're watching this on IGTV, though, you'll have to go to YouTube to get that link. Sorry. When I began cloth diapering, and I knew I was going to have to hand wash because going to the laundromat was not something I could do, the same resource that I found useful for teaching me how to cloth diaper, I also found useful for teaching me how to hand wash, and that's YouTube. I don't have a specific channel that I use because I watched a ton. I mean, when I say I watched over 100 hours of videos before even purchasing cloth diapers, I mean it. I don't even know what all I watched because I watched so much. But my favorite resource is definitely YouTube because I'm a visual learner and it made it easier for me to see, okay, this is how it's done. So that's how you can hand wash diapers. That's one way to do it. Honestly, I've done it with my feet in a tub before. I mean, just stomping the diapers out. It's really not that bad. In fact, I find it much easier to hand wash than to go to a laundromat by a landslide, and substantially cheaper. And you know, doing it by hand is definitely budget friendly. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.